You'll remember the high-profile campaigns to ease suffering of battery hens, now being asked to consider the plight of the battery worker. Have you ever heard that term? Office staff say they feel like they're cooped up, they're chained to their desk, they can't go out.
A survey's found that almost 4 out of every 5 British office workers spend less than an hour outside during working hours. We've been asking why they don't get out more.
I work with old people, so it's very hot where I work. And the open windows, I don't like it, so it's very difficult to get any fresh air to that respect. But you do your best.
Try and take a walk, at least get some fresh air, half an hour's walk or something, But it's an effort because it's very difficult to get away from work sometimes.
I'm in the office. Some days it could be none. So I could actually, be in the office for 12 hours and may not have my head outside the door. I do actually stop, but I mean actually to get out.
I don't get a lot of fresh air because I'm cooped up in an office. Is that good?
Well, sitting in the background of one of those shots, it was Dr. Rob Young, a psychologist who helped with the research. He's with us this morning. And Ian Millner, the boss of Iris. Now, the recent poll in the Sunday Times said that his was one of the top 10 companies to work for. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Rob, I think we got the figure from you that you can only concentrate for a maximum of 20 minutes at a time. Is that right?
Well, basically, yes. And one of the things that people need to do more is actually get outside, because sitting at your screen, working a 10, 12-hour day or whatever, is just not productive unless you get a little bit of a break outside.
And so you should, get up every 20 minutes and literally nip outside?
Well, not necessarily outside, but certainly people should be taking a full lunch hour, people should be taking a little mid-morning break, because otherwise you are just not at the 100% capacity which you could be. Just sitting there at your screen, you can be surfing, your kind of social networking sites, you can be drifting off, thinking, well, I should be at home doing something more fun. So you need to get out, change the pace to be productive.
OK, so what happens in your company, Iris? You're CEO, aren't you?
That's right.
You tell people whether they can go outside.
Oh, not at all. I think it's just about giving people permission. I mean, all of our research says that active people are more positive, more productive, they're happier, they have more confidence, and our clients like them.
So, Ian, how do you encourage people to leave their desks and their computers and to actually go out and do something?
Well, I think it's all to do with handing kind of control over people's work-life balance back to the people. I mean, there's loads of things that we do at Iris every day. There's something going on, whether that's football, skipping, Pilates, a run along the river. We also have a Bikes to Work programme whereby, we're actively encouraging people to opt into the government's Bike to Work scheme.
Rob, some bosses would suggest that the idea of letting people take a little break every 20 minutes or so is just a slacker's charter.
Well, no, I mean, one of the other things is that people aren't taking their lunch hour. So rather than actually just going out for a sandwich, sitting at your desk, actually go out and about. And one of the things which people can do, obviously, with kind of technology and stuff, is actually take your computer outside, mobile broadband or whatever. Work outside, if your office building has like a little atrium or a courtyard, do that. Or personally, I love coffee shops. So, I take my computer and I'll sit there and tap away just to kind of feel socially connected.
Yeah. Or, Ian, turn it all off and actually have a break. We've just got a quick email from Clive, who works in the PR industry, who takes an hour to get away from it all. He turns off his mobile, and the morning's problems work themselves out subconsciously during the break. He comes back to his desk, he's recharged, and he thinks that most of the no-lunch culture is purely for show. I'm here, I'm working, I'm doing my job, putting in the hours.
I think that's absolutely true. I think in many companies it is for show. And what we have to do as leaders of companies is give people the permission to snap out of all of that and actively encourage people to get away from this and be more sociable.
Rob, is there any evidence to suggest that if you have your meeting in a local park when the sun is actually shining, that people are more productive at the meeting than they would be indoors?
I think that it boosts their mood, people feel better, it boosts their creativity, because, if you're having a brainstorming session in the same old 4 walls, you're not going to be inspired by stuff. Whereas if you are going to the pub, you are having a meeting in the park
pub?
Or something.
A meeting in a pub?
Who knows? People do. I've had meetings with clients in pubs before. There are nice gastropubs.
Is that meetings in pubs?
It's all true. There is another world outside of the BBC.
Yes, exactly.
People do have meetings in pubs.
Oh, it's just meetings in here. We have loads and loads of meetings here at the BBC. It has to be
glass
some...
boxes.
Yes, that's right, little glass boxes, which make your head... Ian Douglas says it's a lovely sunny morning in Ayr in south-west Scotland. The sun's shining and it's warm. We're talking about it raining all the time. The sun for a psychologist is really, really important, isn't it? Boosting mood, making us feel better if we don't
Well,
get it.
people may have heard of seasonal affective disorder, so in the winter when people aren't getting enough sunlight.
Yep.
And I could well see that in a couple of years' time people discover that something like summer affective disorder. So, you know, the sun is shining outside and actually, you know, you're stuck inside and just feeling, you know, it hits your mood. And when you're not feeling happy, obviously, you know, you have a negative connotation with your workplace.
Well, you're a big, powerful man at Iris. Can't you sort out the sunshine for us, then?
Unfortunately not.
Beyond even your capabilities.
No, I mean, all we can do is kind of get people to, I guess, enjoy their work more through being more active and more sociable.
Okay. Ian, Rob.
Take your lunch break. The boss won't think you're skiving. That's the message from today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ian. Thank
Thanks
you, Rob.
very
Nice
much.
to see you.
And that way you don't put crumbs all over the keyboard.
No, isn't that annoying?
Oh.
The time is 7:45. This is Breakfast from BBC News. Here are our main stories this morning. The world's